In a small seaside town, there lived a fisherman named Raj and his wife, Asha. The town was peaceful, with clear blue skies and the constant sound of the waves crashing on the shore. Raj worked hard every day, going out on his small boat to catch fish. His wife, Asha, took care of their daughter, Maya, and their small house by the sea. Maya was a kind girl. She loved helping her mother with small tasks around the house and often played by the shore, watching the fishermen bring in their catch. Asha would always smile at her daughter, proud of her gentle spirit and hard-working nature. Raj, too, loved Maya deeply. He would often bring home small treats for her after a long day at sea. One fateful day, Asha fell ill. At first, it seemed like a simple cold, but it grew worse quickly. Raj took her to the doctor, but nothing could be done. After several weeks of suffering, Asha passed away, leaving Raj and Maya alone. The once happy home now felt empty, and the sea seemed quieter without Asha's laughter filling the air. Maya missed her mother dearly, and Raj, though strong on the outside, was heartbroken. But he knew he had to continue to care for his daughter, so he worked even harder to support her. Time passed, and Raj did his best to raise Maya. Life was still simple, but they managed to get by. However, Raj's heart remained heavy with the loss of his wife. One day, while visiting the market, Raj met Leela, a widow from a nearby village. She had a daughter named Priya, who was the same age as Maya. Leela was kind and understanding, and over time, Raj and Leela grew close. Raj eventually decided to marry Leela, thinking it would be good for both him and Maya to have a family again. Leela and Priya moved in with Raj and Maya, and life began to change. Maya was happy to have a new family, but it was clear from the start that Leela treated her daughter Priya differently. Priya was spoiled and always given the best food, clothes, and shoes. Maya, on the other hand, was expected to do most of the work around the house. She helped with cooking, cleaning, and even selling fish at the market. Priya, however, did nothing to help. She spent her time lounging at home, enjoying the comfort that came with being Leela's favorite. Maya didn't complain. She worked quietly, never saying anything about the unfairness of it all. She understood that it was her responsibility to help, and she always did her best. One day, the town announced that the annual festival was approaching. The festival was the biggest event of the year, with music, dancing, and games. Everyone looked forward to it, and even the fishermen got involved, bringing their best catches to sell at the market. Raj, seeing that his daughter had been working so hard, decided to do something special for her. He had saved up some money from his fishing trips and decided to buy her a new pair of shoes for the festival. He hoped that these shoes would make her feel special, just for one day. On the day Raj came home with the shoes, Maya's eyes sparkled with joy. They were simple, but beautiful, and for the first time in a long while, Maya felt a sense of happiness. She was excited to wear them to the festival, but when Leela saw the shoes, she was furious. "Raj," Leela said sharply, "why are you giving Maya these shoes? Priya deserves the best, not Maya." Leela's words stung, but Raj, not wanting to cause a fight, reluctantly agreed to give the shoes to Priya instead. Maya stood quietly, holding her new shoes in her hands, but she didn't say anything. Her heart was heavy, but she had learned to hide her feelings. Raj felt guilty, but he said nothing. In the end, Maya wore her old shoes to the festival, and though they were worn and torn, she still carried herself with grace and dignity. The festival arrived, and the whole town gathered at the square. Music filled the air, and people were laughing and dancing in the streets. The young women were dressed in their finest clothes, their faces shining with excitement. Priya, in her new shoes, strutted around the square, trying to get everyone's attention. But despite the fine clothes and shoes, Priya looked awkward. She had no interest in dancing and spent most of the time admiring herself in the mirror. Maya, in her old shoes, was different. She didn't care about looking perfect. She just wanted to enjoy the music and the dance. When the music began, Maya stepped forward with a smile on her face. The crowd watched as she moved gracefully, her steps light and carefree. Even in her worn shoes, Maya's joy was clear. And the people of the town couldn't help but admire her. Karen, a young fisherman from the town, was watching from the sidelines. He had noticed Maya before, but that night there was something different about her. She wasn't trying to impress anyone. She was just being herself, and that was something Karen found special. As the night went on, Karen made his way toward Maya. He watched her dance for a while, smiling to himself. Finally, he approached her. "You dance beautifully," Karen said, his voice gentle. Maya looked up in surprise, not used to being complimented in such a way. She smiled shyly and thanked him. They began to talk, and Maya learned that Karen had been a fisherman for many years. Like Maya, he understood the value of hard work, and he respected it. As the conversation continued, Karen found himself admiring Maya not just for her beauty, but for her kindness and hard-working nature. There was something about her that felt different from other girls in the town. Despite her simple clothes and old shoes, Maya had a kind of beauty that came from within. Leela, watching from afar, grew angry. She had seen Karen talking to Maya, and it made her furious. She didn't want anyone, especially a young fisherman, paying attention to Maya. Leela had always been jealous of the bond between Raj and his daughter. And now it seemed like Karen might be adding to it. Leela's jealousy soon turned to anger. She wanted to do whatever she could to put Maya in her place. She knew Maya was hardworking, but she didn't want her to get too comfortable or think she deserved more. The next day, Leela came up with a plan. She told Raj to send Maya to the farthest end of the market to sell fish. She should work hard, Leela said. She doesn't deserve to be around the other market vendors. She's not important enough. Raj, feeling trapped, agreed. Maya didn't protest. She took the basket of fish and walked to the far side of the market, her heart heavy with Leela's words. But she didn't give up. She worked hard, just like always. Karen, however, had noticed what Leela was doing. He saw Maya working alone, carrying heavy baskets of fish. He decided to help her. Every day after his fishing trips, Karen would go to the market and help Maya carry her baskets. They talked more, and over time, Karen grew fond of her. Days turned into weeks, and Maya's life continued to be difficult. Despite her hard work, Leela's favoritism toward Priya never stopped. But Maya had grown stronger. Every time she felt tired or discouraged, she remembered the kindness Karen had shown her, and that gave her the strength to keep going. Karen continued to visit Maya at the market, helping her with the baskets of fish. He would smile at her and ask how she was doing, always offering kind words. Maya was grateful, though she never expected anything from him. She just enjoyed their simple conversations, where they shared stories of the sea and their families. One evening, after a long day of work, Karen walked with Maya to the edge of the town. The sun was setting, painting the sky with shades of orange and pink. The sea shimmered in the distance. Karen looked at Maya and said, "You know, Maya, there's something special about you. Even though you wear old shoes and work so hard every day, you carry yourself with such grace. I admire that." Maya blushed, not used to hearing such things. She smiled softly and said, "I'm just doing my best. I have to work hard to help my father." Karen looked at her with admiration. "I think you deserve more than this. You deserve to be happy, to have the chance to enjoy life. You're a wonderful person." Maya felt a warmth in her heart. She didn't know how to respond to such kindness, but she felt a sense of comfort around Karen that she had never experienced before. Over time, their bond grew stronger. Karan began to visit her more often, and they spent hours talking and laughing, enjoying each other's company. But Leela didn't like the connection between Maya and Karen. She was jealous of the attention Maya was receiving, and she was furious when she saw Karen walking with Maya again. "You need to stay away from him," Leela told Maya harshly one day. "He's just a fisherman. You're not meant to be with people like him." Maya didn't say anything. She knew Leela was angry, but she didn't understand why. All she knew was that Karen was kind to her, and that made her feel happy. But she also knew it wasn't easy to go against Leela's wishes. Raj had been so focused on his work and his new family that he hadn't fully realized the tension that had been building in his home. He noticed that Maya seemed quieter and more tired than usual, but he couldn't understand why. He thought that perhaps she was just growing up and becoming more responsible. One day, Raj came home early from the market and found Maya sitting outside their house, her head down. Her old shoes were worn, and her clothes looked ragged from a long day of work. Raj's heart sank. He knew something wasn't right. "Maya," Raj called softly, sitting next to her. "Is everything okay?" Maya looked up at him with a tired smile. "I'm fine, Papa. Just a little tired." Raj frowned. He could see that she was trying to hide her feelings, but it wasn't like her to be so quiet and withdrawn. "Maya, I know you've been working hard, but I've noticed that you seem unhappy. You don't have to carry all the weight of the world on your shoulders. You deserve more than this." Maya's eyes filled with tears. "It's just that Leela always asks me to do everything, and Priya doesn't help. She has new shoes and new clothes, and I have to wear these old things. Sometimes it feels like I'm invisible." Raj was shocked. He hadn't realized how bad things had become. He had been so focused on his own life and his new marriage that he had failed to see how much Maya was suffering. "I'm so sorry, Maya," Raj said, his voice full of regret. "I didn't know things were like this. You deserve better, and I'll do everything I can to make it right. I promise you won't have to do everything alone anymore." Maya looked at her father, surprised by his words. She had always known that he loved her, but she hadn't expected him to understand how hard things had been. "Thank you, Papa," she whispered. Now, from this point, the story will be continued in the next part.